My name's Ken Grossman. I'm the founder here at the brewery. Got a fairly significant investment here. We'll get a tour, I assume, of most of these areas today. This is one of our energy management systems, the GEM system, which I'm not the expert on, but we do a lot of tracking. We've got key performance indicators throughout our facilities, so we look at things like the amount of water we use per barrel of beer we produce, the amount of overtime labor in every department, the amount of trash we generate, that doesn't tell the power we generate.
The fuel cells handle about 60% of the base load of the brewery. We have, there's solar here at the parking lot and rooftop. And you'll see the green line and the dark blue line are solar. So you've got the rooftop solar is green, and the blue line here is parking lots. So at 8 a.m., roughly, right, those are coming on. And a lot of these depend on the time of the year, the planet eclipse of the sun, and all those good things. But typically 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then at night, you have PG&E load. This is light blue line above, okay? And so at nighttime, PG&E load is high, all right? And then when solar comes on, PG&E drops off, and then at night, PG&E comes back on again. So basically, long story short, when this plant was built, this brewery was built, it was 100% PG&E. Currently today, if you fast forward, with that portfolio management of fuel cells, solar, and grid-connected load, it's about 15% of PG&E. And there's other efforts underway to look at energy storage, biogas, and electrical generation. Is one of the other benefits in the sustainability mission here at Sierra Nevada. We're trying to reduce the CO2 emissions footprint for the sustainability initiatives, global warming. And within GEMS, we have a variance report capability, almost like a financial variance. So we can put the objectives here of tons per month and track that. It's automatically tracked daily. So every utility in America has to file with the federal EPA their generation portfolio, X% hydroelectric, X% coal, X% nuclear, natural gas. And I deal with coal-fired plants like the Mirage in Las Vegas, which is heavily coal out of New Mexico, San Juan Basin. And it's about 1.4 pounds of CO2 per kilowatt hour. So it's measured in pounds per kilowatt hour. Here at Chico, there's a lot of hydro from the Northwest in Canada, British Columbia that comes in. And so the emissions factors are low. It's about 0.683 pounds of CO2 per kilowatt. So those are tracked here. And then there's variance reports and other things that we won't have time to do. But in here, I just did it. These are all month to date, just like the previous one, because we're tracking every 15 minutes here. So this is updated real time every 15 minutes. So in this case, you'll see a summary of weekend, or weekday and weekend, okay? Emission tonnage, okay? And you'll see where it is to date. It's about almost 115 tons of CO2 total, okay, based upon the fact of actually 6.413. These update semi-annually, so it's a little bit lower than this mentioned. But it gives you an idea how that's tracked and correlate energy usage and CO2 emissions. We also apply this, I do this in looking at energy and water chemistry for wastewater and dissolved oxygen levels to be able to plan load shedding, time sales and operations planning. And what we're trying to do in sales and operations planning in general for brewery or anybody else, you're trying to balance supply and demand as well as volume and mix of your activities with production. So at this level, as we get down, and especially into the mixed level of SKUs, and how do we balance SKUs for shipments to customers and inventory management down to the micro level, down to the levels, we look at sales and operations planning activity, how that can relate to managing the business from an energy intensity standpoint. So if you've got line A versus line B, and you're a master scheduler, production scheduler, a brewery or any other manufacturing site, to look at, you'll do an assessment to see your energy intensive assets, and you might want to run those during the day, right? When you're having, let's just say, 3 solar panels, right? So line A might be your energy intensive assets from a time of use perspective. And as you look at your tariffs like PG&E, there'll be time of use provisions, you know, on-peak, off-peak, partial peak, and so forth. So and if you're scheduling production in a plant, you will want to maximize your solar output in manufacturing. And then your least energy intensive assets, you will want to run at night and schedule that at night. Okay? So it'll be less cost for one thing, you'll have less emissions impact for another. So we want to integrate S&OPI, is kind of the term for it, and that's a growing area of operations, into energy management. Green.
Glenn mentioned S&OPI and it's sales and operations planning. We've always looked at sales and operations planning. It's the driving mechanic of anything that a company does. This is where top level managers get together and they make the decisions for what we're going to do to meet the business plan. And we have all those people down below that make it happen, like master schedulers and planners and buyers and on and on and on. Well, we finally started understanding the importance of S&OPI, and then I started to talk to one of my best friends, Glenn here. He kept pushing his brains back, and you were noticing this guy's got brains. This gem stuff is magic. But he said, you know, we also need to look at it from reading, okay? And what a brilliant idea. Because the same thing you're doing in an SOP meeting, like, you know, how many smartphones am I making this month? Or, you know, how many particular models of this iPad or tablet am I making this month? Or how many bicycles am I making this month? And then breaking it down to the mass scheduling, saying, power is the same thing, because this is what we're all about. And how we manage our water, how we manage everything, all ties together. To make a long story short, over the years, Apex has come out with a certification called CPIM, Certified Practitioner Inventory Management, and then they came out with CSCP, Certified Supply Chain Professional. One of my very, very close friends for a long period of time is Tom Wallace. Tom Wallace is the ultimate guru worldwide on S&OPI. Written more books than anybody else. He's considered the expert. And I talked to him, I said, you know, why isn't there a certification program? And none of the institutes were really thinking, they thought it was too much of a niche market. And I'm saying, are you kidding? This is what drives the company. So I started to talk to Tom, and he says, you know what, if we can make this happen, I'll work with you on this. We formed this, the whole S&OPI Institute, the Sales and Operations Planning Chain Institute, based around that, and then we went to Ohio State University. Ohio State University offers the certification. And what we're doing here tonight, as a matter of fact, for those attending dinner, we're giving away a $500 certification package, which is the learning materials and stuff like that, not certification itself, but the certification package. But Glenn offered to let me have a couple of moments to just talk to you. And